All right, y'all, I am about to share a very juicy golden tidbit that will really help you find those very good trade setups, the type of trades that you take. And I'm talking the type of trades where people are like, oh my goodness, that was the most perfect entry. I'm going to talk about how I was able to short right here, how I was able to long right here, how I was able to short right here, how I was able to long right here, how I was able to short right here, how I was able to long right here, how I was able to short right here. And yes, these are all trades that I did take. In fact, these are trades that I posted in advance in the VIP Discord, guys. For example, this trade right here, we can see that on Thanksgiving Day, I actually gave the setup right here where I wanted to see us come up to this specific level with a bearish divergence on the 12-minute time frame. And you can see that we did, in fact, reject off that level. It ended up being a very juicy trade. This was my take profit one. But from that point, guys, we dumped down way far, right? And after I took that short, I was able to grab a long right down here. Again, this was a trade that I gave in the VIP Discord in advance right here, where I wanted to see bullish divergences as we came down to this very important level, which we indeed did get. This was my take profit one. And shout out to everybody who takes these trades with me in the VIP Discord. By the way, if you do want to get into the Discord, where I post daily technical analysis updates for Bitcoin, for Ethereum, for altcoins, as well as multiple live streams a week, as well as a thriving community of traders, all posting their technical analysis in here. It's a very great community, especially if you're newer to trading or been trading for a while. Some great stuff in here, guys. You can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper, okay? And then, of course, you know, this morning, well, last night, the juicy trade from right here was posted again in advance in the scalp trading channel. I didn't think we were actually going to get as big of a move as we actually did get. Let's see if I can find it. Well, I'm skipping over some trades in here, guys. We took more than just this, but this was the long from last night from this level right here. We did indeed get that, much more than I thought we were going to get. And then, of course, this morning, the short from right here, in between these two levels with a bearish divergence on the 1 hour time frame. That is, of course, the short that was taken from right here, okay? So, you know, I took a lot of shorts, a lot of longs, and I want to talk about how I'm able to find these trades, guys, because it is quite simple. And when people look at some of the trades I take, you know, if they just maybe watch a video for the first time, they think I'm joking, right? They think I didn't actually take these trades until they see me actually take them and they see like my entries and stuff. The way I am able to get these trades, guys, is simply buying low and selling high, buying low, longing at a low price and shorting at a high price. And I know that sounds so simple, right? It sounds way too simple. But I think that a lot of people overlook something very important about the way assets move. Okay, when we're looking at any asset, including Bitcoin, even if we are in a massive uptrend, right, or a massive downtrend, look at what price does. It always trades sideways for a long time before it breaks out and then trades sideways again, and then breaks out and then trades sideways again, and then it breaks out and it trades sideways again, and then it breaks out, okay, and then it trades sideways again. And then it trades sideways again right here, trades sideways again right down here, and now it's trading sideways right here, okay? Now, if we can change the way we look at markets from always trying to, let's say, trade the breakout, right, or trade the breakdown, to looking for sideways market structure where there are very clearly defined highs and lows, then it becomes very easy with a little bit of technical analysis to literally, you know, buy low and sell high, because we have a frame of reference from which we can define high and low. Now, I just want you to notice that most of the time, the market is trading sideways. People are always looking for the next big move, okay, instead of understanding that markets trade sideways. Now, I want to just show you guys something, which is what I like to call defining a sideways range. And the way that we are going to define a sideways range is simply we are just going to take our eyes, right, and look at an area where we clearly see support now flipped into resistance, okay, or something like that. Now, right here is a great example where we can clearly see a previous area of resistance now flipped into support. And when we see that, we can just draw a line on the chart right here and see that we are trading in a sideways range, right? Again, up here, we can see resistance flipped clearly into support, and then we can look at a sideways range here. Now, when we have identified a sideways range, okay, what we can do is we can use this tool over here called a fixed range volume profile and drag it through the entirety of the range. And what this will do, right, is this will give us a very clearly defined value area. A value area for any asset, okay? I'm using Bitcoin, for example, but this is any asset we can do this with. And what this does is this is telling us that where the candles, okay, are blue and purple shaded in, this is a fair value for the asset, okay? A fair value for the asset. Anything above this area where the candles are shaded is considered expensive. Anything below is considered cheap. And so if Bitcoin or any asset has been trading sideways for a while and it's defined a fair value zone for it, okay, then what we should do is every time the price comes above the shaded area, we should look for shorts. And every time the price comes below the shaded area, we should look for longs, right? Now, before I get into any more fancy technical analysis here, I just want to show you how basic, simple buying low and selling high would work. We have our value area right here. Whenever price comes above, we can look for a short. Whenever price comes below, we can look for a long. When price comes above, we can look for a short. When price comes below, we can look for a long. When price comes above, we can look for a short. When price comes below, we can look for a long, right? Now, I want you to notice something here. Literally, all I did was buy low and sell high, and I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 good trades, right? I had 7 good trades. Now, let's say I tried to short again when it came up here, and I get wrecked. Okay, that's great. I had 7 good trades, and the 8th one was a loss. That's pretty dang good. That is pretty dang good. Now, compare that to somebody who is always waiting for the bull flag to break out, right? Because this kind of did look like a giant bull flag right here, right? We came up, and now we're ranging, and people are waiting for the next big move to the upside. And so what they do is every time we break out of the range, instead of looking for shorts, they try and long, because they're assuming that the price is going to go up higher. But instead, if we just understand that most of the time price is going to trade sideways, right? Most of the time price is going to trade sideways. Then we know the probabilities will be stacked in our favor if when it looks like it's breaking out, we actually start looking for a short. And when it looks like it's breaking down, we actually start looking for a long. Now, this is a golden tidbit, guys, a golden tidbit, which if put into practice, will allow you to take the trades that I showed you at the beginning of this stream. Okay, now how do we find the exact trade setups, right? Because you can say, well, Jay, hey, you know, we came up here, and if I had shorted right here, well, it came up more. How would you have known to short this level? Well, that is where we need to now use a little bit more technical analysis and an indicator called Market Cipher, because Market Cipher will tell you when price is going to get a reversal. Now, for example, remember, there's ranges within ranges, right? There's sideways markets within sideways markets. We can look at this, and I have been looking at this, guys, as one giant range, right? One giant sideways market. And if you've been following the channel, you know that I've been building swing long positions down in this area simply because we came down to the low. We came outside the value area where Bitcoin was considered a cheap price, right? Once we lost this area, I'm like, okay, this is buying zone for me. Right, this is buying zone for me. So I'm in swing longs right now, as well as, you know, all the scalp trades I've been taking. But yeah, I'm in a swing long position. And how are we going to find those trades? Well, you know, when we're looking at a larger term time frame, we might not be taking that many trades, right? If this is the 4-hour time frame, we could even be looking at this on the daily time frame. And this is the difference between swing trading and scalping. If you're swing trading, you're going to be looking at this on the daily time frame, and you're going to be buying low and selling high on the daily time frame. And from October, you would have probably only taken 1, 2, maybe 3, 4, 5 trades in the course of, you know, you would have taken 5 trades, swing trades, over the course of, you know, the past 3-4 months, right? But if we are now zooming in to the 1-hour time frame, look at this, guys. Look at this right here. We can see that Bitcoin was trading sideways, right? And then we broke out, and now we've been trading sideways again, right? Now, this means that we can use this little chunk of price action to find trades. And these are the trades I showed you in the beginning of the stream, were me just literally buying low and selling high in this sideways range. Now, I want to point something else out that is very important. A lot of people who are always waiting for the next move up or down before they enter a trade don't understand that if we simply just trade the sideways market like this, eventually one of the times that we sell high, that's going to be the trade that comes all the way down, right? And that's how I'm able to get these good entries. People look at my trades and they're like, oh my goodness, what a great entry. Well, the truth is, guys, not every entry is going to be that great. I took a short from here, right? Not that impressive. People actually made fun of me for taking this trade on the internet. They're like, you shorted? It didn't go anywhere. Well, first of all, it did go somewhere, right? It actually did go somewhere. Let's see. This was the other night. Yeah, so I shorted it. I shorted it with 100x leverage, right? First of all, I shorted it with 100x leverage. So it actually was a pretty good trade, 100x leverage, even though it didn't go too far down. But the point is, if you know how to use good risk management, if you're locking in profits, moving the stop loss to the entry, one of those times, you are going to get the big move, right? And so the way I trade is I make tiny gain, tiny gain, tiny gain, tiny gain, and then all of a sudden I make a massive gain. That's my trading strategy, right? I trade the sideways markets, I make little gains here and there, and then one of those times, it's going to be the time that we break down, or it's going to be the time that we break up, right? This trade right here was a very juicy one, and this trade right here was a very juicy one. But the short right here, and the long right here, and the short right here, I mean, they're average, right? Am I making tons of money on those? No, I'm not. But is my account still growing? Yes. And I just want to highlight the fact that eventually, if you trade this way, you are going to get that big move. You're going to get that big move, and you're going to get the perfect entry. Because instead of looking at it as I'm going to long once we break the resistance, you're looking at it as I'm going to long once we come to support, right? Buying support, shorting resistance. That's the logical way, actually, to do things, right? Buy low, sell high. The most basic piece of information. Even your old Southern grandpa, when you told him, hey, Pa, you know, I'm getting into trading, what did he tell you? He said, son, investing is easy. Let me tell you what you got to do. Throw all that technical analysis out the window. And let me tell you what you got to do, son. You got to buy low and sell high, right? He told you that. Your grandpa told you that, right? But for some reason, we don't take our grandpa's advice. We don't. We're like, Bitcoin's boring right here. I don't want to trade it here. I'm going to wait until we break the resistance. Right? Why? Why do we do that? Why don't we just pull a sideways range and notice that when we come below the value area low, we can long. When we come above it, we can short. When we come below it, we can long. When we come above it, we can short. And when we come below it, we can long again. One of those trades is going to be the good one, right? So how are we actually going to find these entries, right? It's actually kind of important. Well, I want to talk about some of the shorts that I made and how I was able to get into the longs and the shorts that I made. What we're going to do once we have established that Bitcoin is trading sideways. Make sure to like the video, guys. This is golden information right here. Golden free information, guys. And by the way, if you do want to learn technical analysis, go to jasoncaspertrading.com because this course will give you the knowledge and the skills you need to become a confident, profitable trader, where I walk you through step by step exactly how I trade, the systematic approach to trading, so you can grow a small account into a large account, as I'm currently doing, or actually trade full time if you have enough capital. And even if you've never looked at a chart before, you can go through all the technical analysis, how I use my indicators to get into trades, my trading strategies, mindset, risk management, so that you don't get wrecked. 20% discount in the description. Check it out, guys. Totally worth it. I think it's a good deal. Okay. But what we are going to do in order to enter the trades once we have our range is we're going to just do other technical analysis to see where there is confluence. Now, for example, okay, the reason I was able to short this right here is literally because it was a trend line, guys. It was just a trend line that's been respected 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And so we come up to the trend line, and then I look at my indicator, Market Cipher B, and I look for a sign that we're coming down, okay? And what I like to look for is something called a divergence, where momentum and price are doing the opposite thing. So when I see something like this right here, where actually even on the 48-minute time frame, I think we saw it was quite clear. It was quite good, actually. It was quite good, okay? No, actually, yes, was it? I forget exactly what time frame it was on, but one of these time frames, yeah, right here. I mean, look at this, right? Momentum is coming down as the price is getting higher, okay? When you see the price getting higher as momentum comes down, you can expect a drop. Now, did I know we were going to drop that much? No. Remember, I wasn't trading this short in order to make a massive move like this. I was simply just trading the sideways range, right? I thought that maybe we would come back down to this bottom trend line that we had been respecting, right? I was not expecting us to come all the way down there, but we did, right? Now, what about the long that I took down here? Well, I was simply just buying the low, okay? This is a little bit different type of a setup. This is what I call the chickens are drinking water, all right? But anyway, there was still a reason why I traded that. Now, once we get up here, again, the reason I shorted from up here was, again, because of the trend line, all right? Now, I drew the trend line a little bit differently, but if we come into the Discord here, we can see that, you know, I said, look, I'm looking for a scalp from this exact level. I gave the price. We came up to that level, get a perfect rejection from it, right? And I'm sorry, it was above the trend line. It was actually a Fibonacci 786 level. I apologize, guys. It wasn't the trend line. It was a Fibonacci 786 level that I was shorting. So if we took it from the high to the low and we look at our fib, we can see that we did, in fact, reject right off the Fibonacci golden pocket right here. Okay, not the Fibonacci golden pocket, the 786. My point is that if you have a level that goes above the value area high, again, right, we're looking at the range as a sideways range, okay? Price comes above it, you look for a short. Price comes below it, you look for a long. Again, up here, why did I take this short right here? It was simply because we had this point of control right over here. We had this high volume node right here that we came up and rejected off perfectly. And then this short that I took right here, this was because we actually had a daily level of resistance right here, okay? We came up right to the daily level with the bearish divergence on the 1 hour time frame. Boom, we dropped. Why did I take the long from down here? The long I took from down there, instead of trying to recreate it on the chart, I can simply just show you what I was seeing last night, which was this. I saw that we had a golden pocket mixed with a high volume node right here at this level. And so I wanted to long a bounce from that level. And so, you know, this is how you are going to know where to buy low and sell high, right? I saw we had a sideways range. I saw we potentially could come below the value area low. And there was an area here that there was a lot of confluence here for why we would get a bounce. And I said, if we come to this level and if Market Cipher B is showing signs of reversal, that's where you want to take the trades, all right? So I hope you found this video helpful. Okay, this is golden information, guys. Golden information. Now, if you want to learn exactly how I get these levels, and if it doesn't make sense to you, check out the course, jasoncaspertrading.com. 20% discount in the description of the video. It's a very thorough course. And also, if you do want to get into the Discord, you can go to patreon.com/JasonCasper. Also, guys, if you want to sign up for Bybit, I do have an affiliate link down there, as well as PHEMEX. And also, I do have an affiliate link for the indicator Market Cipher. If you want to check that out, it is my primary trading indicator. I thoroughly enjoy it. Make sure, guys, to like the video. Make sure to share the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to, oh, man, I never know how to end these dang videos. Well, God bless you guys, and,